I'm gonna stop and record the message for you guys, but I want to tell you guys something. Ooh, I just pulled off. I didn't even put on my seatbelt. Check me, Lord, check me. So I stopped my car because I wanted to go in the house to get something, and I came back to the car, and the song Unstoppable by Sia was just playing, and it was like halfway through because I ran in the house and came back out. I have the song on my playlist, but not on my most frequent playlist that I always play. So out of like the 500 songs in my phone, for that song to be playing, that's a sign. And I was literally just talking to God about what I'm going to talk to you guys about. But anyways, I'm going to stop recording because I'm about to drive. I'm about to go get my latte, stop, and I'm going to record for you guys, okay? Be right back. Hi. Anyways, I said that because, you know, that's a song that I don't usually play. Like, I haven't heard in a long time. Out of like 500 something songs or however many songs in my phone. It's just crazy how that was the song that started playing. And it's like weird because I literally spent like the whole morning detangling my hair, washing my hair, detangling it. And I was like, oh my gosh, my car is supposed to be ready today. I'm gonna go pick up my car. And they said there was a part of my car that they're still waiting for. And you know, like Audi parts are like, they have to be shipped or whatever. So I was so annoyed, and God was like, you know, like, calm down, because there's people out there that don't even have a car. So you're very, very grateful, you know. So I was a little bit down, like I was a little bit sad, right? And then I came in the car and I heard the song Unstoppable, and I was like, oh, God is funny. He knows how to cheer me up. This is the second time he's done this today. Like, the first time he had someone like reach out to me and give me a message. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about today. I just want to tell you guys like how good God is. But listen, so I had this message 4 days ago, but I didn't really put it out at that time. And God wanted me to focus on the book of Esther. And he also wanted me to tell some of you guys, like, you got to focus on the book of Esther as well. And here's what's happening right now. This is your confirmation for some of you guys, okay? So you're extremely close to that covenant that God has for you. Whether it's engagement, whether it's your getting back your marriage together, like basically you guys may have been separated and you guys are coming back together, or you guys are just engaged. I just said that. Or you guys may have like broken up and then you're going to get engaged, or literally you guys are engaged and you're about to get married. There is some type of obstacle that may have separated you from your kingdom partner, or it's a situation where you haven't met your kingdom partner yet, but this may have been the obstacle in the way, okay? So God wanted me to focus on the book of Esther. And what he was letting me know, if you notice in the book of Esther, I think her name is Vashti. If you guys don't know the story of Esther, like Esther is, she's a Jew, and she's like, you know, and the king ended up picking her because what happened was the king got divorced from Vashti, right? And Vashti came off of the throne. And I feel like because she was going against the king, she was going against the king's beliefs or whatever, like the king's she was being very disrespectful towards the king. Like, she wasn't acting like a wife, basically, right? And she was going against the king's, you know, his beliefs or whatever it is that he wanted to do. She was going against it, right? And I feel like Vashti was trying to like kind of have her own little kingdom in a way. Basically, she wanted to be in control, but the king is the one that's in control, and she's the wife, right? So she wasn't being a Proverbs wife, let's just say that. So he ended up releasing Vashti, and then he ended up looking for a new queen, which is when he found Esther. But before he was able to find Esther, there was a bunch of other women suitors that could have been the queen, but for some reason Esther stood out, right? Because that's who God wanted the king to be with, right? And who God wanted Esther to be with, right? But there was an obstacle in the way, you know, because Esther was a Jew, and she never told the king that she was a Jew, that was an issue, and there was something going on where she had to fight for her people, right? So there was a big obstacle, and that was kind of like the obstacle in between their relationship. And there was also people on the king's end that was against their covenant, right? Like people that the king knew that was against their covenant on his side, and there was people on Esther's side that was against their covenant, right? So it's kind of like they end up together at the end of the day, right? And Vashti, when she was released, she didn't really do anything. She surrendered and let it go. It doesn't say anything in the Bible about her like doing anything, you know, to get upset or whatever, right? But there was a lot of obstacles, you know. So I'm saying this to say that God is saying that most of you guys are very close to your covenant, and there was a lot of obstacles, okay? He wants me to really, really point out one of the obstacles that are going on. Yes, in the book of Esther, Vashti, you know, she surrendered and she walked away. But remember I said there was other obstacles, right? For some of you guys, the Vashti in your life, I think her name's Vashti or Vashti. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Vashti, which is the ex-girlfriend, the ex-wife, the ex-boyfriend, the ex-husband, whoever that ex is not surrendering, is not accepting the fact that that was not their person, okay, or this is not their person. And because of that, they're out for revenge, right? And that's where I also got the revenge message the other day too. They're out for revenge. And the revenge that they're everyone's situation is different. For some of you guys, it's physical revenge. Well, they'll try to like physically frame you or physically try to frame your partner. And then for some of you guys, it's spiritual revenge, where they're going to, you know, they're going through sorcery, and they're going to mediums and finding out what's going on in your life, or sidekicks and finding out what's going on in your life. On top of that, it's black magic, it's rituals and stuff. And there's a lot of framing happening, masquerading in the realm. Okay. So I talked about this a while back, and it's happening a lot right now. So God wanted me to explain it to you guys from the Esther point of view. And basically the Vashtis in your lives are not surrendering, and some of them are trying to frame your partner. They are trying to make it seem like your partner has not changed. They're trying to make it seem like your partner is not a good fit for you. And they're trying to make you second guess the covenant that God has for you with your partner. So in other words, it's like you're doubting everything that God already told you and God already showed you, because you're having a dream or you're having specific visions, right? And when you have specific dreams, it feels so real. You start to think that maybe this is a sign I'm not supposed to be with this person, or maybe this is the sign this person has not changed, or maybe this is a sign that this new person that's about to come in has a lot of issues or whatever, right? Depending on your situation, right? And then when you wake up from those dreams, it's like you have a headache or you're nauseated and all of that. If it's something that God is revealing to you, you're not going to wake up sick, period. When it's a warfare, it doesn't matter if this person disguises himself as light. It doesn't matter whatever they're doing. You're going to feel the darkness if they're using magic. If they're messing or tampering with any type of magic, if they're messing with your dreams, you're going to feel it. So that's how you know it's a warfare and it's not real. Whatever's happening in the dream is not real. So they're sending spirits to pretend to be your kingdom wife or your kingdom partner. And they're doing certain things to make you second guess, to make you doubt, to make you sad. Their goal is to make you have heartbreak. Their goal is to make you sad, because if you're sad, you can't accomplish certain things. If you're sad, you have no faith in what God said about your marriage, your covenant. If you're sad, you have no faith in your partner. If you're sad, you don't want to be with your partner. If you're sad, you're like, I don't want to see this person again. I want to block them. I want to get rid of them. I don't want to talk to them ever again. They're doing whatever they can to make you get upset at your partner, to make you lose hope, to make you walk away, because they know that your partner is not going to walk away from you. I feel like your partner already knows what's happening with the warfare, but some of you guys, your heartache is like your weakness in a way. Heartache is your weakness because that can block other areas in your life, because you're so heartbroken. Sometimes it blocks other areas, right? So the Vashtis in your life are not surrendering. Like, this is the stuff that they're actually doing. And the Lord was also saying, don't fall for it. Okay, don't fall for it. It's to upset you, it's to hurt you, and it's not real. Okay, so there's a lot of framing. For some of you guys, it's going to be physical framing, where because this person has moved on from that person, there's going to be some blackmailing well, I'm gonna bring this up, or I'm gonna talk about this, and it's like a lot of lies. So there's some of it may be lies too. It's like an ex. Imagine it's, for example, it's like an ex. You're not into drama, none of that, and then all of a sudden, like, you get an inbox or a DM or something from an ex who randomly just wants to talk nonsense and just gossip about the ex-partner, and it's like they're coming to you on this woman to woman or man to man, and it's like they're not even together, but they feel like they have to tell you some stuff about your partner, which doesn't really matter, because what happened between them has nothing to do with you, but they're going to try to bring you into whatever happened between them and try to make you see your partner in a negative way, in a negative light. Do you see what I'm coming from? So you have doubt in your covenant that's about to come, so you want to walk away. So you say, you know what, I'm just gonna wipe my hands clean of this relationship, even though God told me this is my husband or this is my wife. Like, that's what they're trying to do. Okay, so God doesn't want you to fall for it. Their goal is to make you heartbroken. Their goal is to make you sad and to make you confused. Okay, so there is going to be a lot of framing. So they're going to try to frame your partner, and like I said, it may be in a dream state as well. So please also confirm your dreams and stuff with God to make sure that you're not accusing your partner of anything they didn't do, right? A lot of masquerading. Okay, for some of you guys, it may not even be a Vashti as in like an ex. For some of you guys, it could be, you know, I have a message about the partner's family. This may not resonate with you, but it's going to come after this. But for some of you guys, it's like, it doesn't have to be the Vashti. It could be just random strangers that don't want you to go through your covenant. It can be just people that are interested in your partner, but your partner has no interest in them. Because remember the book of Esther, the king did have to pick out of like all these women. He had to pick. He didn't have to, but he picked Esther, right? But there was a lot of options, right? So for some of you guys, it may have been that your partner had options in the past. Doesn't mean that they were with them. You know, everyone's situation is different. You know, you pray about it. But it could be just people who are just not accepting of the fact that your partner didn't pick them, right? That God did not ordain for them to be together, right? It's like they're not accepting of the covenant, basically, and they're very disrespectful. So don't be surprised if you get these random ads on Instagram, random ads on Facebooks, no profile pictures, no nothing, or fake profiles. And it's a lot of the people that felt rejected from your partner, and it's them literally spying. They want to see, oh, what does he have over me, or what does she have over me? Like, so it may not even be an ex, it just may be people who are interested in your partner, people your partner may have cut off and they're not happy. Okay, for some of you guys, it could even be the Vashtis in your life, or like family, you know, it's like family, competitive family, not wanting to see you happy. It's just people in general. God was showing me, it's like people in general just not wanting you to be happy. Okay, like not wanting to see you happy, not wanting you to be content, not wanting you to have a healthy relationship. And it's like, why? But there's people like that. People are just evil, right? So the obstacles, like in Esther, remember, you had a friend of the king's who was working in the palace, working with the king, but he was like a brother, like, to the king. So he didn't want Esther and the king together. Do you see what I'm saying? So he was one of the obstacles. So it's like that concept, like you may have, like, you know, an enemy on your side that doesn't want y'all together, or they may have an enemy on their side that don't want y'all together, you know? So God wants you to know that if you see anything in the dream state, in the realm, don't just jump right away and just wake up heartbroken and letting it affect your whole day, because it may not even be what it is that you think it is. Literally, it could be masquerading spirits, because, you know, or some of them just do things to frame your partner, or do things to frame you. So your partner may be seeing things about your past. Like maybe they may be having dreams about your past, and it's hurting them, you know, or so they're sending a lot of this stuff. Right? And it is tied to like a Jezebel, marine spirit type of vibe going on here in the realm, right? So those are some of the spirits they've been summoning up, you know. So pray for your partner, pray for yourself, but That's just the obstacles that are happening right now, and there's a lot of framing. So I don't want you guys to snap at your partner over a dream or over what you think, without having any valid facts, because imagine you seeing something that's not even real and you snapping at your partner, and then that alone causes you guys to break up. Or if you're married, you guys are like fighting now because of that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they're doing stuff to cause these issues. Okay, I was watching a video with John Ramirez months back, and he was basically saying that when he was into the occult and stuff, and people would come to him for him to do work on specific things, there would be women that would come to him and ask him to do certain things to ruin someone's relationship. And he did speak about some of the stuff that he would do and what would happen in the relationship. So he said when he would do these rituals, couples would start fighting, they would break up. He would also send the Jezebel spirit to the husband or to the wife to cause infidelity, for there to be temptation to lurk, because when the Jezebel spirit comes in, that marine spirit, that spirit's in the home, now the husband or the wife's mind is tempted to do certain things. So he was saying that he would summon up certain spirits, and that would cause the husband to cheat or cause the wife to cheat, and that would cause a lot of problems in the marriage for there to be a divorce. So that's the kind of stuff that he would do in his past, right? So I'm just saying that to let you know that this stuff does happen. So just because you guys are not married right now, you guys are not together right now, does not mean that people still can't do this stuff. They can, okay? They can definitely imitate people in your dreams. They can pretend to be your husband or your wife, and then they can do some shady stuff, and then you wake up heartbroken. Your whole day is affected. You're heartbroken, right? So yeah, guys, just there's a lot of framing, okay? So be mindful of that. I'm gonna head on to the next video. The next video is really positive, so I'll see you guys there. Bye.